resume is solid. I was born in Philadelphia, literally on the 4th of July. My wedding anniversary is the 4th of July. I used to work at the Liberty Bell as a Park Service ranger. Okay, so on paper, I feel like my credentials are pretty solid. But working at the Liberty Bell is a place where sometimes people will give you the truth, straight no chaser. After my talk, sometimes someone will come up to me and say, you know, that was a great talk, Ranger, Stan, but you know, where are you from? Where are you really from? That's a great talk you had there. So when did you come to this country? Straight no chaser. Now, I'm Vietnamese American, and being Vietnamese can be kind of complicated sometimes. My dad fought for the South Vietnamese Army, jumping out of planes. But growing up, sometimes you see people and you make a new friend, and you're not quite sure when you talk to them, when you go to their house, whether their dad would have a problem with you walking through the door, or an uncle at a barbecue or such, you know? And when you study the Vietnam War in history class, you just put your head a little lower, you know? But once again, I was born here, but that's just in the back of my head. I studied to be a teacher in college, a history teacher actually. And in your student teaching is your senior year. It was my second semester of my senior year, and I was student teaching at a local high school. And my teacher, my cooperating teacher, was kind of an old school kind of guy, Mr. Davis. I'm naming names. Well, during the Vietnam War unit, of course we're teaching U.S. history. The Vietnam War unit happens, and he invited the local chapter of the Vietnam veterans to come in and talk to the students. And it was cool, you know. They give a good talk, and part of the presentation is they put the students in like the gear that they saved, you know, a backpack, a helmet, a vest. And this is the 90s. They actually let them hold a rifle, and even like a belt of ammo. Crazy, right? Well, at lunch that day, I'm trying to break the ice, and I say to the guys, "Listen, guys, you know, it's really cool that part you do when you put the kids in the gear. I think it gives them a taste, maybe, or a feeling of being a soldier over there overseas." And Mr. Davis looks up from his lunch, and he says, "Yes, Stan, maybe next time they could dress you up as a Viet Cong soldier, as a Charlie." Now, my dad fought for the South Vietnamese Army, like I told you, and those men shot at my dad, hit him in the foot. And those men fought against these men at the table with me. You know, but when times like that happen, sometimes I think you just laugh politely, and those men were silent. Now jump ahead to the next year. It's my senior year. Actually, it's my first year of teaching. I got a full-time job. And of course, I'm teaching U.S. history. And we get to the Vietnam unit. And one of my colleagues invites the same guys. The local chapter of Vietnam vets come in. And you do the talk, and it's the same deal, and they dress them up, and it's great. But at the end of the day, I decided to give them some truth of my own. And I said to them, I said, "Guys, you know, thanks for coming in to talk to my students, but I have to tell you that I wasn't sure how you would feel walking into my classroom being in Vietnamese." And the guy stepped up and he said, "Listen, Stan, you know, we saw some tough stuff over there, but your family coming over here and you living a life of freedom and choosing to be a teacher is kind of what we want to tell ourselves is part of the reason why we're there." So now I'm a father, and I think about my daughter. She's only 4 and a half, and I want her to be a lot of things, whatever she wants to choose to be. But the one thing I always want to make her feel is that she belongs.